Hi, I'm Alan Christopher, and I'm going to be your instructor this semester for Advertising 419 Branding. And in this class, we're going to look at all the various aspects of brands, why it's important. We're going to look at the specifics of them. We're going to look at how they impact people, their perceptions. We're going to look at the breakdown of brands, and then we're going to kind of flip it around. And we're going to look at the people who are influenced by brands. We're going to look at the personas of the customers and what impacts they have. So we're going to get a full 360-degree view of brands and why it's important and what's going on out there. Branding is a very key component of the advertising mix, but it's one of the ones that are overlooked quite a lot. Companies tend to get so much more excited about doing a logo than they do about thinking ahead and what impact it's going to have and how they can use it. So we're going to look at all of the different aspects of this. We're going to kind of slice and dice it up a little bit. We're also going to look at a little bit of the impact that social media has on this. So this is a senior level class. Most of you should have some familiarity with Blackboard, maybe not. So please make sure you read all the announcements each week. I'm going to give you a little bit of a breakdown, kind of a running start on the class as far as what we're going to be looking at. I'll also remind you of deadlines if you have a written assignment due that week. You don't have one due every week, but you do need to be aware of the ones that you do have and the time tables for getting those turned in. 2 points on the discussion question. If you've never done the DQ, if you've never done a Blackboard, an online learning system before, you do have deadlines to do your submissions. You have Wednesday night to do your first submission for the question itself. And those are not just a few 2, 3, 4 sentence submissions. I expect basically what would amount to about a 1 to a 2-page paper on each one of those. There's a lot of moving parts in those questions, and you've got a lot of pieces you've got to answer. For your responses, the 4 responses you have to do to your classmates, they don't have to be quite so detailed. What you can do is focus on one aspect of what they said, but I certainly expect more than just a I agree good post. You do that, you're going to get a 0 for the posting. I expect you to contribute to the discussion, to move it on a little bit by adding something to it, asking a question, challenging a presumption. I also expect you to back up all your work with references, bringing in outside resources. Again, this is a senior level class and you're expected to do senior level work. You do have the 2 deadlines, Wednesday night for the initial post and Friday night for your 4 follow-up posts. One other thing that I put in my classes, one other requirement is that if we have used a brand or a company for a discussion, you can't use it again a second time later on. Not only if you've used it, but if one of your classmates have used it. I do this to keep the discussions lively and interesting and not get us bogged down in just using 2 or 3 companies throughout the whole semester. Please remember to put the name of your brand or your company in your heading on your DQ post, and at the same time, I keep a running list up in main post at the top of the DQ page, just in case anyone forgets. So we'll keep it interesting, we'll keep it lively. Watch your deadlines. Make sure you pay attention each week to the announcements and what I post in there, and we shouldn't have any issues with the class. I'm looking forward to working with you all this semester. I think it'll be a fun class and one that we can all enjoy. Thanks, and I'll see you online this week.